What's going on, everybody? Titus here. Another match analysis video. We are playing my 50 card Despia branded deck versus a 42 card version of branded Despia in Diamond 5. We have opened the nuts against the deck. We have Ash Blossom and Super Poly. Not a lot they could do about it. So they went first. Let's see what happens. Activate Patchwork, so we know immediately what deck we're against. We're going to go ahead and grab the Poly and the Edgem Chain. Activate Branded Fusion. Ash Blossom. Do they have the extension? No called by, no cross out. Alright. Activate Polymerization. Going for Masquerade Dragon with Dramaturge plus the Edgem Chain. We're fine here. This is okay. And then end phase. So let's see what we have here. Go ahead and draw for turn. It's Max C. So I want to talk about this match a little bit. We have several options. First option is just normal summoning the Albaz, right? We can normal summon the Albaz, activate the effect, discard a card, and fuse with the Masquerade Dragon. I mean, of course, we want to activate this first, because that's just more cards in hand. So we get Poly Edgem Chain, so we are +1. We can summon the Albaz, fuse with the Masquerade Dragon, discard the Edgem Chain, grab another Patchwork for the next turn. Then we have Lubellion. The problem there that arises is that this card will negate any extra deck monster summon, right? But we have Branded in Red in our grasp here. And Branded in Red basically just means that we can dodge this activated effect. So we're going to go ahead and activate the Patchwork, of course. Go ahead and grab the two cards. There's our Poly. Here's our Edgem Chain. We're going to activate Polymerization. We're going to send the Edgem Chain plus the Albaz. So Chain Link 1 is going to do Lubellion effect trigger, sending Maxi because we don't need it right now. Chain Link 2 is going to be the Edgem Chain. Okay. This is exactly where Dramaturge will activate. Oh. But did you know? Super Poly is on the field? Because there is now a light, and a dark, and a Despia monster. Huh. What is in the extra deck that we play that's really good against the mirror match that does one Despia monster, one light monster, and one dark monster? It's really good against the mirror match. So not only are we going to dodge Super Poly here, or going to dodge the Dramaturge, we're going to clear the board. So go ahead, activate the Super Poly. They cannot respond to this effect. 1, 2, 3, here we go. There's our Proskinian. Go ahead and shuffle the two back, make the Mirror Jade. Okay, he's going to trigger his Dramaturge. Then he's going to trigger his Masquerade. Big mistake. This is where we trigger our Proskinian to take the Masquerade and go ahead and just kill him. Take that nice Proskinian. We don't care about this Dramaturge summoning at all. It really doesn't matter because we're just going to go ahead and activate the Mirror Jade to banish it. And we're going in directly for game and to add insult to injury, using his own monster to do so. I love it. 50 cards is just better. Get over it. Let's go take a look at the deck profile. Again, it's been the same thing that's always been here, so this is going to be kind of a short video. I really just enjoyed this match. Just how crucial it is to make sure Ash Blossom doesn't affect the rest of your plays. With 42 cards, you don't have a lot of altering. you're very constricted to only playing the Despia engine, and if you get Ash, there's not a lot you could do. Unless you just had the Albaz at hand. It's possible, but then you have to discard a card, and all you have left is a Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade was going to get outed regardless. Like, it was not going to matter. With the Super Poly in hand, we were outing the board. And so I like playing the 50 cards. Sure, you could trim this up. You really could. You could do this. 2 Patchwork, 2 of this. You could do this. So you don't have to play any of that. You could do this if you wanted to. You could do this if you wanted to. I mean, you could trim this up to 40 if you really wanted to. This is 40 cards right here. But now, without an Allure of Darkness, you're kind of restricting yourself a bit to no draw power. Okay, so you're relying on drawing engine. Okay, how many starters do you have? All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 starters. 1 card. So this is like a 1.5 card combo. This is a 1 card. This is a 1 card, right? So 6 1 cards, and this is a 1.5 because you have to technically discard a card for effect. So if it gets ashed, you don't neg because you're not discarding for cost, right? So you have 1.5. You have 1.5 card combos. How many 2 card combos do we have in the deck, really? None. There are no 2 card combos in this deck. Poly, Albaz plus a Dark is 3 cards. So you really have to protect this Aluber and this Branded Fusion, along with Branded Opening. In my opinion, I think these cards are what really brick the deck more than hand traps, hands down. I think these cards are more bricky than any other hand trap that you can play. Because if you draw Oops All Frightful package, you kind of just lose the duel, which has happened to me several times, not only in actual play, but in Master Duel as well. I think the hand traps are good. I think that's fine to play them because of the way Master Duel is. And having a bigger deck doesn't mean that the deck is less consistent. It just means you have more pivot options. There are many more things that we can do. You could even get rid of this Outlich and play a Prosperity. You could play 1 Prosperity. You could do this. You could do this right here. This would be fine. I personally don't like that. I like playing the 50 cards because I've had way more success with 50 cards than I have had with 40 cards. But that's up to you. That right there is a option. I have like a 75-80% win rate with this deck specifically. So we're playing a Comedy, 3 Tragedy, 3 Maxi, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Edge of Chain, 1 Snow, 2 Albaz, 3 Aluber, 1 Mercurier, Dramaturge, Adlib, Eldritch, 2 Poly, 1 Foolish, 3 Allure, 2 Patchwork, 3 Branded Fusion, 3 1 Branded Lost, not 3. Wow. 2 Super Poly, 2 Call by, 1 Crossout, 2 Droplet, 3 Branded Opening, 2 Branded Red, 3 Infinite Impermanence. I like it. I like this deck. I think this deck is fine. Realistically, if I wanted to cut stuff down a lot, I would play something like this here. If I'm still playing hand traps, this is kind of what I would do. If I was really trying to look to cut it down, this is how I would do that. You're still playing 45, so at this point you would still probably play 60. Or play, it's not 60, wow. I would still probably play 50, to be honest with you. Because those 5 cards are just extra consistency. But this would also work. This is 45. It would be okay, but you're gonna probably brick on these pieces more than you want to, because having less of them means there's more chance that you draw multiple of them, and then a Patchwork is just dead. So you want more opportunities where Patchwork is actually alive rather than dead, so that you can get more pluses and more card advantage. So the extra deck does not change at all. Of course, you could change a couple things if you really, really wanted to. This could be another Albion. This could be a Vertanaconda. It is what you have already that are just options that you could do to play this deck. So Vertanaconda could go in over here, right? You could play it like this. You could even play, if you have less of these Masquerade Dragons, you could play a Mud Dragon in your extra deck. This guy here. You could play Mud Dragon on the Swamp. You could also play Starving Venom as some of this, like a Lubellion. You really only need one Lubellion. 2 is just a luxury. Same thing with 2 Mirror Jade. You could do with one of these. If you want to play like a budget version of this deck, like you could do 1 Mirror Jade, 1 Lubellion, and that's totally okay. So yeah, I like it. I think it's fun. I'll stop I'll stop harping on the play less cards, play more cards, play less hand trap thing, but I have had good success with the deck. It just happens. Sometimes you break. That happens with any deck. A Sword Soul deck can break. It just happens. So I like it. I think it's fun. And I hope to see you in the next one where we play more Rated Despia. Alright guys. Thanks so much. Happy dueling.